during COVID. I spent 3 days nonstop on the phone with Kirill Dmitriev from Russia and with MBS directly. And I was dealing with Dan Burlett, who was our energy minister, going back and forth. And it was crazy. I mean, it was just one of the craziest negotiations. We ended up agreeing on the largest oil cut in the history of the world. But the story you went to before, which was pretty funny, was finally make the deal. And we set up a call between King Salman, Vladimir Putin, and President Trump to announce the deal. And I'm like, oh, this is great. So President Trump gets on us, congratulations, we have a deal. And then King Salman says, we don't have a deal. Mexico hasn't agreed to their cuts. And he's saying, what do you mean? And so they were part of the OPEC Plus. And so I get a note saying, you got to go call Mexico. So I'm calling Mexico. They're saying, we're not doing any cuts. So why? I said, we're hedged at $55. I said, why didn't you tell us that at the beginning? So I'm telling the Saudis. So we were working through this whole thing. So meanwhile, we were trying to find the compromise with Mexico. I set up a call with Trump and Putin so they can kind of talk this through. And he was always trying to play the game of how do we get Russia away from China. He always thought that was not the right strategic framework for U.S. interests. And again, we had no problems with them during that time. What I would say is that for Zelensky and Putin, any conversation with both of them is about understanding their perspective. I think with Putin, he's a student of history from the things that I saw with him.